Coverage starting soon. Live coverage starting soon.
It's time for Kennett Indian Baseball. Title sponsors for our broadcast, Farm Credit Services of Southeast Missouri, Baker Implement Company, NEA Baptist Hospital, and by Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture. Radio and video sponsors include Glen Sane Motors, Southern Bank, Duncan Sheet Metal, State Farm Agent Greg Wilson, Southeast Missouri State University, the Kennett Country Club, First State Community Bank, and by the Kennett Board of Public Works. Radio sponsors include Harris Pharmacy, Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods, Wayne Chiropractic, Wes and Chantel Bentley and Bentley Farms, Ultimate Fitness, FM Bank, and by Patterson's Auto Sales. And now, Kennett Indian Baseball.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Indian Park as we get set for baseball from the championship game of the Class 4 District 1 baseball tournament, as it'll be the Kennett Indians, the host team, taking on Fredericktown here in this championship. The officials make their way to home plate. The head coaches will exchange lineups. Let me tell you quickly, because it looks like we're going to get underway quickly after the Lady Indians wrapped up their win over Clearwater this afternoon. Fredericktown comes into this one with a record of 16-9 on the season. Kennett, a record of 13-15. Kennett advancing with 16-0 win over Donovan, then a 2-0 win over Dexter to reach the championship game. Now, for second seed Fredericktown, they picked up a 5-1 win over Notre Dame to reach this championship game here today with the Kennett Indians. Fredericktown, the defending Class 4 District 1 champions, averaging 4.5 runs per game, allowing only 3.4 runs per ball game. For the Kennett Indians, they average just a little more than Fredericktown with 4.9 runs scored per game while allowing 3.8 runs per game this season. In the two games in this district tournament, the Kennett pitchers Hayden Gilmore and Owen Williams have not allowed a run to cross the plate. The Indians won the district in the 2022-23 season before falling in the state quarterfinal round. Now, Kennett also with the district championship in that 2021-22 season and finishing third in the state. And back in 2020 and 21, district champions and eventual state champions for that season. Fredericktown's trying to keep their streak alive, and Kennett trying to get the district championship and play in the sectional round of the Class 4 state tournament. Kennett has won the previous 4 meetings between these two schools. Who will come out on top today and advance to play in the state tournament? We'll know shortly as Fredericktown and Kennett get underway in this district championship game. We'll take a break, check the starting lineups before we get set for first pitch from Indian Park right after this.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suits, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suits, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
Back at Indian Park, the ground rules have been discussed, and we're about ready for action from Indian Park. Lance Penn, our color commentator, will now have the players' introductions and the starting lineups here from the ballpark.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's Class 4 District 1 championship game here at Indian Park. First, let's meet the non-starters for the visiting team, the Kennett Indians. Number 13, Crafton Binkert. Number 10, Dylan Bellamy. Number 3, John Baker Brown. Number 4, D'Artagnan Ussery. Number 27, Harrison Rue. Number 22, Hayden Wilson. And number 23, Parrish Dixon. The starters for the Indians. Number 5, Hayden Gilmore. Number 4, Caleb Duncan. Number 25, Cash Franklin. Number 8, Zane Franklin. Number 14, Caden Pruitt. Number 12, Owen Williams. Number 11, Jackson Patterson. Number 20, Sam Porterfield. Number 2, Cade Anderson. And number 15, Will Leaker. The Indians are coached by head coach Aaron New, assistant coaches Ronnie Llewellyn and Josh Blaylock. And now for the non-starters for the home team, the Fredericktown Blackcats. Number 5, Jordan Kofi. Number 8, Connor McMinn. Number 11, Bryson Reagan. Number 14, Sam Thomas. Number 15, Ryder McMinn. Number 17, Ethan Francis. Number 19, Alec Bowman. Now for the starters for the Blackcats. Number 13, Easton Wood. Number 2, Mason Profer. Number 16, Ryan Sowden. Number 3, Ethan Marler. Number 18, Braden Homan. Number 6, David Slinkert. Number 9, Caleb Feltz. Number 7, Noah Brubaker. And number 1, Blake Terry Brakefield. The Blackcats are coached by head coach Steve Williams, assistant coaches Ryan Thompson and Jackson Lamb.
And we'll have our first pitch when we return to Indian Park right after this.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we know that the days of parking your equipment in the shed after a long harvest and taking it easy for a while no longer exist. The business of farming is much more complex. We've been in the ag lending business for over 100 years, and we are ready to help your operation reach its best potential. We've got the loan and crop insurance products and the experience right here ready to serve you. We are your ag lender.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Contact
Matthew Poole or Nathan Creed at 888-6624.
Hi, I'm Judith Davis with Southeast Missouri State University, and it's never too early or too late to start your degree. Fall registration is open, and now's the time to take that next step towards your future. At our Kennett campus, you can earn a 4-year degree in psychology, agribusiness, education, or business with affordable options to fit your life. Call today to speak to an advisor about scholarships and financial aid, or visit us at 1230 First Street in Kennett or online at cmo.edu. CMO, your university, your hometown.
Back at Indian Park as Kennett, the visitors today, as they lose the coin toss in this. Actually, I don't know if they lost the coin toss, but the higher seed teams are normally the home teams in district. So the Blackcats take to the field, and the Indians will come to the plate. Good to have all of our listeners tuning in today to our broadcast over the radio, 98.7 WGCQ, AM 1540, KBOA. Free radio broadcast. And then we have do we have our social platforms up? Our KTMO social platforms are also streaming audio from our coverage today from Indian Park. Our pay-per-view video stream on Misha.tv. I know we have a lot of folks up in Fredericktown tuning in to this one. Unable to make the long trip, and warming up, Braden Holman, the right-handed pitcher. Braden will face the Kennett batting order of Hayden Gilmore, Caleb Duncan, and Cash Franklin. Zane Franklin will be the cleanup hitter, followed by Caden Pruitt and Owen Williams. Jackson Patterson bats seventh, followed by Sam Porterfield and Cade Anderson. Will Leaker will be in the field defensively for the DH. Caden Pruitt throw down to second, and we're ready for action here. Hayden Gilmore will lead things off for the Kennett Indians. Left-handed hitting center fielder. Lady Indians getting the win and advancing to the Final Four. That ball game started at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Resuming with one out in the bottom of the fourth. And Lady Indians getting 3 runs and winning at 6-4. Gilmore takes low, ball 1, and we're underway here from Indian Park. Holman is right-hander. Wind blowing out to center field, right center field at Indian Park this afternoon. Hayden takes it on the inside corner. 1-1 now the count to Gilmore. Blackcats getting a 5-1 win over Notre Dame to reach this championship game. Hayden rolls over this one and hits it foul just outside of first base. Salton trying to make a backhand on it, but is about 3 steps off outside the bag down there. Good crowd here. Similar colors for these teams. Kennett wearing their white jerseys with the pinstripes. Blackcats with the white pants with the black jerseys and the gold trim. 1-2 to Gilmore, leading things off here in this district championship game. Hayden fouls it back to the screen and stays alive. Gilmore reached his pitch count with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Owen Williams clinched the win for the Indians over the Dexter Bearcats. Similar, the ace for the Blackcats reached his pitch count. This pitch just off the plate. 2-2 now to Gilmore. Trying to start things off. Outfield for the Blackcats straight away. Again, wind blowing out to right center field. This pitch is low, ball 3, 3-2. Here at Indian Park. 350 out to center field, and the high fence in center field. 340 in the alleys to left field, 345 or right field, 345 and left field. This ball stroked to center field, and this ball is going to go off the net for a solo home run. How you like that, Happy Gilmore? Touch them all, and it's 1-0 Indians.
Hey, that a way to get us started, Hayden. Big shot from the big-time senior there.
Boy, what a career he's had as a Kennett Indian, and it's 1-0 Kennett, just like that. Well, I was just talking about the dimensions, and Hayden tested it out near the 350 sign that went off the tall netting, just to the right of the 350 sign. 1-0 Kennett as they jump out on top of this one, and now Caleb Duncan will hit. Facing Braden Holman. Caleb fouls it back with a good cut. 0-1. Lady Indians will play in the Final Four in Springfield. Now, you Kennett Indian fans, we're going to be looking for sponsors. We want to keep covering the Lady Indians as they go to Springfield. This pitch a little bit high. Ball 1 to Duncan. The winner of this one will play in the quarterfinal or the sectional round of baseball action. Here's a good pitch at the knees, called strike 2 on Caleb. Caleb with lots of power for the Indians. Kennett Sr. checks his swing. Now they appeal down to first, and they say no swing. That's ball 2. Ball scoots away from Wood, the catcher. Caleb, I think, knew that he didn't go around on that one. 2-2 the count to Duncan. The pitch. Line drive to the shortstop. Got it off the fist, and Slinkard will haul it in for out number 1 here in the first inning. Not a hard hit line drive, but that's out number 1. Here's Cash Franklin, the Kennett sophomore, to the plate. Cash has been really good defensively out in the field. The sophomore has really stepped into a nice role. Here he gives Terry Brakefield an opportunity at short, and he'll throw him out at first. After the home run, 2 quick outs. A little line out and a ground out. Now the Kennett cleanup hitter, Zane Franklin. Zane will be doing the pitching for the Indians this afternoon. Tall left-hander, another sophomore for Kennett. And Zane hits it down the right field line. This could be trouble as looking up into the sun. Right fielder Brubaker not able to make the play, and Franklin's going to get down to second base on it. Brubaker had the glove up trying to shield his eyes, and they're looking back into the setting sun. The official score is setting to my right, and I assume that's a double.
Yes, sir.
Wasn't touched in a tough play, a long run for Brubaker. Here's Caden Pruitt, the DH for the Indians. Kennett up 1-0 and looking for more with 2 outs. Good speed with Franklin down at second base. The first pitch to Pruitt. Caden strokes it down the right field line. This is trouble. It's going to be fair right on the line. Pruitt will round first. He'll throw on the brakes, but that gives Kennett a 2-0 lead as the throw back into second. Boy, a little bloop fly ball. It landed just right inside the line, right down the right field line.
Just fair enough right there, wasn't it?
Oh, that's all they needed to get Franklin home easily from second base on the last play. So it's 2-0 Kennett, and here's the senior, Owen Williams. I have a story to tell you about Owen when we get a little deeper in the broadcast, as he combined for that shutout with Gilmore. I asked Coach Aaron New how he determined who was going to come in to get the final out against Dexter, and he said, I looked along the bench and asked Owen if he was ready for the last out, and he said, yes, Coach, I'm ready. So he came in and got it. Called strike on the inside corner to the Kennett senior. Now the 0-1. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Holman has it, trots it down to first base, and he'll step on the bag for out number 3. But Kennett puts 2 on the board and lead 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the first. From Indian Park, the Blackcats bat when we return right after this.
Grab your clubs and tee up for a great cause. It's the Swinging for the Indians 4-person golf scramble, Friday, June 20th at the Kennett Country Club. Shotgun start at 1 p.m. Just $75 per player. Includes 18 holes, a cart, and a sack lunch, plus lots of whole prizes and side games. If you would like to sign up your team, call the Kennett Country Club Pro Shop and get signed up today. Swinging for the Indians, presented by the Kennett Country Club and the Kennett Indians Booster Club.
Who doesn't love being number 1? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number 1, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number 1 is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
Back at Indian Park, the tall sophomore, Zane Franklin, takes his warm-up tosses. Zane getting the start in this championship game. Coach Aaron New had high praise for Zane as he's really increased his velocity, said he's worked hard in the weight room. He goes 6'4", so tall, lanky right-hander with lots of upside potential. And he pitches in this crucial game against this good Blackcat ball club. It'll be Wood, Proffer, and Sowden, followed by Marler, Holman, and Slinkard. Feltz, Brubaker, and Terry Brakefield, the batting order for the Blackcats. Throw down to second, and Easton Wood, the catcher, will lead things off for the Blackcats. Again, the wind blowing out to center, right center field at the moment here at Indian Park. Beautiful afternoon. Temperatures in the low 80s and not a cloud in the sky, thank goodness. Wood, one of the leading hitters on this Blackcat ball club, leading things off, and he'll bounce this one high to Franklin at third. Sunday hop for Cash, and he'll throw across the diamond. One pitch, one out, and we're underway in the bottom of the first inning. Mason Proffer, the third baseman, another right-handed batter, facing Zane Franklin. Zane's earned run average in the low 2s this season for the Kennett Indians. This ball fouled out of play, out on the softball field. And it's strike one to Proffer. Lady Indians won 6-4 over Clearwater. That's only Clearwater's fourth loss of the season, but it ends their season. Now the 0-1 pitch, high and inside. Ball one, 1-1, the count to Proffer. Tad Jones setting up all of our equipment today. Man, he had double duties coming over and making sure we were ready to go. Lance Penn doing the PA announcing, official bookkeeping. Here's a bouncer to second. Jackson Patterson with a Sunday hop to first. 2 quick outs for the Blackcats in the bottom of the first. Ryan Sowden, the first baseman, now will bat. Again, the wind favoring those left-handed hitters this afternoon at Indian Park. And the first pitch, inside corner, is a called strike. A beauty from Zane Franklin. Kennett left-hander Hayden Gilmore started the ball game off with a solo shot. Breaking ball, a little bit low, ball one. Still a good pitch there from Zane Franklin as he was nibbling on the outside corner. 1-1 the count to Sowden. Pitch a little bit low, ball two. Again, didn't miss by much, but Sowden wouldn't go for it. Good eye for the left-handed slugger. As he stands back in, facing Zane Franklin. 2-0 Kennett, 2 down, bottom of the first. Pitch is high, ball three, 3-1. Marler, the center fielder and cleanup hitter in the on-deck circle for the Blackcats. Three-one pitch from Zane. Good pitch on the inside corner. That's where strike one was. Just right in there at the knees on the inside corner. The count full to Ryan Sowden. Franklin's 3-2. Hit to center field. Hayden Gilmore back a couple of steps, and that's out number 3. Blackcats retired in order, bottom of the first. 2-0 Kennett as they bat in the second when we return to Indian Park right after this.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Now is the time to get your air conditioner serviced for the warm days ahead. Let the experienced techs at Duncan Sheet Metal replace that old unit with a new high-efficiency unit to stay more comfortable during the upcoming warmer months. A new high-efficiency unit will pay for itself with the big savings you see on your utility bill. Turn to the experts at Duncan Sheet Metal today for service and installation. 601 Highway VV in Kennett.
Duncan Sheet Metal wishes Caleb Duncan and the entire Kennett Indian baseball team the best of luck this season.
Patterson Auto Sales, one of our great broadcast sponsors on 412, right near the fairgrounds entrance here in Kennett. See Trenton Patterson for that quality ride you've been looking for. Saw Trenton out at the ballpark. He's worked for all the large dealerships. He has a great selections, cars, trucks, SUVs. He knows how he can save you money on that next vehicle purchase. Patterson Auto Sales on Highway 412, right near the fairgrounds entrance in Kennett. We appreciate their sponsorship of Kennett Indian Baseball all season long. I don't know how this happens, and I don't know if Jackson Patterson is related to Trenton Patterson, but they have the same last name, and Lindley Patterson with a 2-run homer for the Lady Indian softball team, and they are related in some way.
You call that a home run, or do you call that a missile shot?
Oh, that was a missile shot over on the softball field. Strike one in there from Holman as he paints the outside corner. Straight away center field, it didn't get about 30 feet high, and it was out in about a second and a half. It was a blast. 2-run homer, swing and a foul back to the screen by Patterson. It's quickly 0-2 to the Kennett senior, Jackson Patterson.
I feel like I'm finally caught up now, Perry, and I can help contribute to the broadcast as opposed to just sit here.
Well, you're only doing PA announcing and the official scorebook, and you did the same for softball.
That transition was a little quick. It was it was a mad dash up here for a little bit.
Luckily, Tad Jones was here to help me out, and all I had to do is bring my headset over and plug it in. He had me ready to go. Now the 0-2 pitch to Jackson, outside ball one. John Whitaker, the home plate umpire. Great experience behind the plate. These umpires assigned by State Activities Association for these postseason events. Foul tip. Jackson stays alive, 1-2. Mr. Whitaker was umpiring back when Tad and his brother Ty was playing baseball. He had a son about their age that played down at Gosnell, very good ball player.
Bo, I think.
Bo, yes, swing and a miss, and Patterson goes down on strikes. Route number one here in the top of the second inning. Sam Porterfield, the youngster, will come to the plate. Well, these young players for Kennett have really contributed this year, and Sam has got some big hits for the Indians. Left-handed hitter, Cade Anderson, another one of the youngsters in the on-deck circle for Kennett. And this pitch a little bit low, ball one. Kennett out to a 2-0 lead as we play in the top of the second inning from Indian Park on a beautiful day.
Sam had, what was it? It was like forever ago, but Monday night had that big sack bunt and worked a long count and then had a big hit late in the game there. So really having good plate appearances.
2-0, he's ahead in the count. He'll ground this one slowly toward third. High hop there for Proffer, and the throw across in time to Soudan for out number 2 in the inning.
I was keeping score for the game after ours on Monday for that Notre Dame and Fredericktown game, so I got a little bit of a look at this Fredericktown team while I was up here keeping score and, talking with the other broadcasters. This guy, Holman, came in and closed the game for them at the end and through the last, let's say, 2/3 of an inning.
Cade Anderson at the plate now for the Indians. Takes strike one in there from Holman. Their starter ran out of pitches as a breaking ball in there for a called strike to Anderson.
Last inning, I'm sorry.
So Hayden Gilmore in the on-deck circle if Cade can reach here. Well, that a 5-1 win over Notre Dame, I believe. This pitch outside, 1-2.
That's correct.
Braden Holman, the right-hander. Cade Anderson with good speed. Cade strokes it up the middle, and that's going to get down in front of Marler, the center fielder. A 2-out single by Anderson. And you know what that does? It brings up Hayden Gilmore once again to the plate. Hayden started this ball game off with a solo home run to right center field. Leading batter and one of the top pitchers in southeast Missouri. Going to play at Three Rivers. His earned run average down just a little over .620 after his last few outings, as he has been impressive. Throw to first and Anderson back in there safely. Ultimate Fitness in Kennett, one of our great broadcast sponsors. Appreciate their support. Big hole on the right side of the infield for Hayden. A perfect pitch on the outside corner from Holman. Strike one to Gilmore. Not the one that Hayden wanted there. Again, the wind blowing pretty stout out to right field. Anderson, the base runner at first. Decent lead at first for Cade. And they'll throw back to first. And Anderson back in standing up. At Ultimate Fitness, they have that modern workout equipment, 24-hour access. You can work out on your own schedule. Great membership plans available. 888-9000 for more information. Opposite way, but slicing foul is the ball off the bat of the Kennett senior, Hayden Gilmore. And the count now 0-2 to Gilmore.
So in the district tournament so far, Hayden's 5 for 7, with 4 runs scored, a double, 2 singles, and a home run. And a couple stolen bases.
Not a bad district tournament.
Not bad.
Another throw to first, and again Anderson back in there safely. Caleb Duncan in the on-deck circle for the Indians. Tad Jones, our video coordinator, putting all of this together. Couldn't do it without him, and that gets the audio back to Monty Lyons at the studio. This pitch outside, ball 1-2. Now the count to Hayden Gilmore. Good pitch that time from Holman. Didn't want to groove one here to Gilmore ahead in the count. He shakes off the first sign. Now he's ready. The 1-2 pitch. This one's way outside, ball 2. 2-2 the count. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Hayden Gilmore. Another throw to first. This one a little closer as Anderson still back in there standing up. Tad Jones somehow came across a picture of a photo of Hayden Gilmore. I don't know if we're going to post that or not, Hayden. Ball low, 3-2.
He'll like it one day.
Count pull for Hayden Gilmore. 2 outs, Anderson at first. Wind blowing out to right field. He started the ball game off with a home run. Looks for something to drive here. And again, a throw to first, and Anderson back. Bentley Farms, another one of our great broadcast sponsors, Wes and Chantel Bentley. Big Kennett Indian baseball fans. Bentley Farms up in Dudley, and they live here in Kennett. Big supporters. Runner goes. Hayden strokes it to right field. Right fielder looking up in the sun, and it lands in his mitt. Woo! Brubaker was fighting that one. Stuck the glove up, and the ball ends up in the glove for out number 3. Boy, it's a tough sun field in right field here at Indian Park. Indians lead 2-0 as the Blackcats come to bat. Bottom of the second when we return to Indian Park right after this.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics.
The same way we have supported our customers and the community for 86 years.
Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938.
Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the field and in your field.
At Glen St., we're not just selling trucks. We're taking care of our neighbors. We've been part of this community for generations, and we know what matters. Right now at Glen St. Ford, you can get employee pricing on most 24 and 25 models. That means you pay what we pay, just like family. We've seen employee pricing before, but this time it's even better, plus rebates. That's a real savings you can count on for you and your family. Glen St., best price, best service. God bless our troops.
Bottom of the second we go, and it'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Blackcats. Marler, Holman, and Slinkard facing Zane Franklin. Zane only 10 pitches in his first inning. Family Counseling Center, FCC, one of our great broadcast sponsors. They have their behavioral health organization and also their primary care clinic. Be sure to see them. Family Counseling Center, FCC. Appreciate their sponsorship all season long. Ball 1 is outside to Ethan Marler, the cleanup hitter, right-handed hitter, the center fielder for the Fredericktown Blackcats. This pitch hits the batter. And a leadoff base runner. First time the Blackcats have reached first here in the ball game as Marler is hit by the pitch. That brings up the pitcher, Braden Holman. Braden is a right-handed hitter.
So I found this out listening to the broadcast on that it says Fredericktown with Marquand Zion, and I think Braden Holman is the lone player from Marquand on this team.
He bats with nobody out, the runner at first, and takes call strike one on the outside corner. We had a similar thing with the Kennett tennis team with Claire Bean coming in from Holcomb to join the Kennett squad in tennis, and that was a nice combination. Ground ball foul on the curve ball. And it's 0-2 now to Holman.
Yeah, with an opportunity for one of those Indian double plays right here.
Yeah, we would take one. Don't have a sponsor, but that's fine. Yeah. We'll still take the double play.
We've been asking for that for a long time.
No, we've had a few people mention it. We just hadn't really put it all together.
Yeah, okay.
Now the 0-2. Curveball is a called strike on the outside corner. Good pitch from Zane. There's the first out of the inning. Marler at first base after being hit by a pitch leading off the inning, and now the second baseman, David Slinkard, will hit. Boy, you couldn't ask for a better day after all the nasty weather we've had around the area. Not a cloud in the sky. First pitch a little high. Ball one to Slinkard. Ball one. Feltz is in the on-deck circle for Fredericktown. Swing and a miss. 1-1 now the count to Slinkard.
I was talking with Coach Llewellyn last night. We were just talking about pitchers in the area, and he was, Zane's name got brought up. And, I know Coach Llewellyn, he really likes what Zane's, going to be able to bring to the table for this Indian team moving forward. And said he really likes the velocity that he has. That it kind of challenges people a little bit at times. And we kind of saw that a little bit early here with a little life on that fastball.
Zane hits the low to mid-80s, I believe.
Yeah.
And just a sophomore. He has the frame to, that catches the home plate umpire right in the mask on the foul tip. That hurts, and you know that from your experiences behind the plate. What Coach New said is with Coach New working the weight room and how hard Zane works in the weight room. Of course, he's a football player, he's a basketball player, and he's a baseball player. Now, round of applause for the home plate umpire. Boy, that'll rattle your teeth when you get hit solid in the mask.
Used to have a plate hat that had a mark right above my left eye where my mask bent back in, and that's what stopped it, was the bill of my hat.
Swing and a miss. And there's out number 2 as Slinkard goes down on strikes. Good delivery there. Tad Jones just made a trip down to the concession stand. They're a busy place. He is fueled up and ready to go with Mountain Dew and regular M&Ms.
And that is the broadcaster's fuel right there, huh?
It's 2 down now in the inning. And a swing and a miss by Caleb Feltz. Feltz, the left fielder.
No, if that's broadcaster fuel, I know that I run in the wintertime on Diet Mountain Dew and peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, you go for the peanut variety.
Yeah, get that little extra protein maybe.
Foul tip at the plate. The count now 1-2 to Caleb Feltz. We're not going to mention it right now, but there's a little motivation left for us up here on the broadcast table up in the press box.
I keep looking at it. We'll wait till the time's right.
Yeah, we might break that out when the time's needed. Might even post that on social media sites. Yeah. Ball one is low, 1-2 the count.
It's even signed and everything.
To Caleb Feltz. Marler was hit by a pitch to start this inning. He takes his lead at first now, 2 down. A breaking ball and a swing and a miss caught by Duncan, and that'll do it. Boy, nice job by Zane Franklin, the sophomore. As after the hit batter, he strikes out the side. We will go to the third. Due up for the Indians. Duncan, Franklin, and Franklin. When we return to Indian Park, Kennett leads 2-0.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a showplace. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
Caleb Duncan leads things off. Braden Holman, the right-hander, 35 pitches through 2 innings as we go to the third, and Kennett leading 2-0. Both runs coming in the top of the first inning for the Lady Indians. I had softball earlier today, folks, so you'll have to excuse me as Caleb takes ball 1 low. And the Lady Indians are going to the Final Four with a 6-4 win over Clearwater. Clearwater, a very good softball team, and a lot of youngsters on that team. They're going to be a threat for years to come. Caleb watches a curveball drop in there for a called strike. He evens the count 1-1. Appreciate all the great comments on our social platforms today. People tuning in and listening to our broadcast. Caleb, the senior, fouls it off. 1-2 the count. We'll try to get a video interview with Coach Logan Dollins and have it played on Friday for you before they head off to Springfield. Coach Aaron New is camera shy, so I'll try to get audio from him after this ball game. 2-2 the count. I was too, Coach New, so don't take that personally until they made me get in front of the camera. Caleb skies this one over toward the first base dugout. First baseman now calling for it. Tough play, and that might have been in fair territory, and Salden kept hanging in there with that one, and that's out number 1. Here in the inning. I believe that would have been a fair ball, don't you?
Yeah, it kind of was drifting back. You know, that ball that's hit back to the catcher, it kind of kept just sailing back. I bet it was going to land about a foot fair.
And the wind kind of is blowing it that way, too. It'll kind of push it that way.
Got kind of a funky wind right now.
Here's Cash Franklin at the plate. Big swing by Cash, and he comes up empty. Grounded out to short, his first at bat.
Breaking ball to start the batter there. That's going to be an interesting trend to kind of follow here. See if this is something that Holman is a fan of, or if that's just one for him.
Cash fouls this one straight back, 0-2. Most pitchers and pitching coaches are fans of first pitch strikes. Percentage goes way up at getting the batter out when you can get that first pitch over. This one misses a little low, 1-2 the count to Cash Franklin. Pitch to Cash. This one's popped out of play. The count remains 1-2. Zane Franklin in the on-deck circle. He'll bat next for Kennett. 2-0 Kennett as we play in the top of the third. Cash will take this one a little bit high, ball 2. Started to go, but held the hands back. 2-2 to Cash Franklin, sophomore shorts, our third baseman for the Indians. Now the 2-2. Cash swings and misses. There's out number 2. Here in the third, Zane Franklin will bat. Zane with a hit, his first at bat. Doubled on a fly ball out to right field. Again, Brubaker out there in right field. He has to battle the sun here at Indian Park. Also, the first baseman, Salden, slinkered the second baseman. Right side of the infield or an outfield. You have to pay attention here at Indian Park this time of day. Called strike in there to Zane Franklin from Braden Holman on the outside corner. Here's another strike in there quickly. 0-2. Now to Zane. Caden Pruitt in the on-deck circle. Holman works out of the stretch with nobody on base. The 0-2 pitch. This one's low, ball 1. FM Bank, your full-service locally owned bank where they make all their decisions locally. Personal, business, agricultural loans to FM Bank. People matter. Member FDIC. The 1-2 to Zane with 2 outs and nobody on here in the third. Outside is ball 2. Just missed. Good location that time with a fastball from Braden Holman. Outfield straight away for the Blackcats. Zane is ready. Holman's 2-2, a curveball, and Zane fouls it off and stays alive down the first baseline. The improvement these young players have made since the start of the season is just tremendous. And, Cash Franklin, Zane Franklin, Jackson Patterson didn't get a lot of varsity experience. Sam Porterfield, Cade Anderson, just lots of the youngsters. Swing and a miss, and Franklin goes down on strikes, and that'll do it. 1, 2, 3. Indians retired. In the third, Blackcats will bat, trailing Kennett 2-0 when we return to Indian Park right after this.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we know that the days of parking your equipment in the shed after a long harvest and taking it easy for a while no longer exist. The business of farming is much more complex. We've been in the ag lending business for over 100 years, and we are ready to help your operation reach its best potential. We've got the loan and crop insurance products and the experience right here ready to serve you. We are your ag lender.
Your ag lender will always be there. Contact Matthew Poole or Nathan Creed at 888-6624.
2-0 Kennett as we go to the bottom of the third. 8-9-1 for Fredericktown. Brubacher, Terry Brickfield, and then back top of the order in Wood. Zane Franklin's been impressive. He's hit a batter. That's the only base runner so far through 2 innings for the Blackcats. 23 pitches and 2 innings of work.
Yeah, that's about the only blemish on his scorecard so far right now was that hit batter. Pretty efficient work right here.
Right fielder Noah Brubaker is at the plate, and he hits from the left side. In at third, Kennett third baseman Cash Franklin, and ball 1 is outside.
I think you mentioned earlier about the growth of this team and these young players, and it just kind of shows you right here. In the district championship game, you got a guy that's just really grown as a pitcher over the season for the team.
Swing and a miss, 1-1 now the count to Brubacher.
And it's not a shot at Zane. I think it shows how much he's grown and got that confidence in the staff. But I bet you would have asked him at the beginning of the year.
Another swing and a miss. Good fastball.
He's not the guy they thought they were going to be starting right there. But, kudos to Zane for keep working and really getting there and earning that confidence and earning that trust with that coaching staff.
1-2 the count. Franklin misses just off the outside corner. Ball 2. 2-2 the count.
Goes for all of these young guys that are out there.
Oh, we got a bunch of them on this team. Ball 3 is low. Good at bat by Noah. So he's trying to reach base to start the inning. Southern Bank, one of our great sponsors of Kennett Indian Baseball. Proud to serve Kennett and the surrounding areas. Full complement of banking services at Southern Bank. As the 3-2 pitch headed home. Swing and a miss, and there's out 1. Another strikeout for Zane Franklin and 1 down here in the third. Be sure to look to Southern Bank for loans of all types. Check with them for some outstanding rates on a full range of CDs. At Southern Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. We appreciate their sponsorship of our Kennett Indian broadcast all season. Terry Brakefield strokes 1 to third. Cash Franklin will toss it over to first, and quickly 2 outs here in the third.
I'd like to see what a uniform would look like if he put that name on there. It'd be like that Saltalamacchia one. You remember that one the Braves had a few years back?
Easton Wood, the leadoff hitter, will bat again for the Blackcats. Easton grounded out to Cash Franklin, his first at bat. Takes it low and away, ball 1. 2 outs, nobody on the bottom of the third for Fredericktown. Kennett leads 2-0. The Two coming in the first inning for Kennett. The 1-0 pitch. This one's at the knees, called strike. 1-1 the count. High and tight is ball 2 to Wood. Wind blowing straight out to center field, maybe a little bit over toward right center. Foul tip back to the screen. The count now 2-2. Easton started to go and tried to hold up. Ball right off his bat. Some of the softball fans are starting to filter out of here after the celebration, after Kennett knocking off Clearwater. 6-4. Curveball is low and the count full to Wood.
I want to say, when I was looking at that broadcast sheet that that they had up here the other night, I want to say he's hitting right around the 400 mark on the season.
Yeah, I believe that's what I heard Rusty say on the Notre Dame broadcast. High and tight, ball 4, and a 2-out base runner is Wood. Mason Proper, the third baseman, will bat. Mason's first at bat for the Blackcats. He grounded out to Jackson Patterson, Kennett's second baseman. Ball game getting started just about 5 o'clock here at Indian Park this afternoon. Good lead by Wood over at first base. Proper, a right-handed batter, and he'll ground this one on a high hop to Cash. He'll throw down to second for the force out to Jackson Patterson. And another quick inning for the Indian defense as we'll go to the fourth. Kennett will bat, and they lead this one 2-0.
Hi, I'm Judith Davis with Southeast Missouri State University, and it's never too early or too late to start your degree. Fall registration is open, and now's the time to take that next step toward your future. At our Kennett campus, you can earn a 4-year degree in psychology, agribusiness, education, or business with affordable options to fit your life. Call today to speak to an advisor about scholarships and financial aid, or visit us at 1230 First Street in Kennett or online at cmo.edu. CMO, your university, your hometown.
Grab your clubs and tee up for a great cause. It's the Swinging for the Indians 4-person golf scramble, Friday, June 20th at the Kennett Country Club. Shotgun start at 1 p.m. Just $75 per player. Includes 18 holes, a cart, and a sack lunch, plus lots of whole prizes and side games. If you would like to sign up your team, call the Kennett Country Club Pro Shop and get signed up today. Swinging for the Indians, presented by the Kennett Country Club and the Kennett Indians Booster Club.
What did I say, Perryville, St. John?
All right, we go to the top of the fourth. It'll be Caden Pruitt, Owen Williams, and Jackson Patterson due up for the Indians. And Braden Holman finishes his warm-up tosses. 52 pitches through 3 innings for the right-hander. Harris Pharmacy, your locally owned pharmacy at 1224 First Street in Kennett. They have the MedSync, refill reminders, and handy drive-through window. Free delivery in the Kennett city limits. See Darren Harris and his great staff at Harris Pharmacy. I was over there yesterday, and that refill reminder coming through from Harris Pharmacy. We appreciate their sponsorship of our broadcast all season long. Caden Pruitt is 1 for 1 on the afternoon for the Indians as he singled on a fly ball right down the right field line. Lance Penn is given another duty as he gets the scoreboard up here Indian Park as we go to the fourth. Holman with the first pitch to Pruitt. DH, fouled straight back, strike 1. Good to have all of our Blackcat fans tuning in today on our audio stream or on our pay-per-view broadcast on Misha.tv. Now the 0-1 pitch. Caden fouls it back. It's 0-2. For you Blackcat fans, just realize this is a Kennett Indian broadcast, but I try to keep it fairly in the center of the road. But I do get excited when my team does good. Another foul back to the backstop. 0-2.
And rightfully so. Oh.
Pruitt hanging tough is Braden Holman. Another baseball out on the mound. Comes set. Here's the 0-2 again. And it hits Pruitt right on the leg, and that one might have hurt a little bit. Pruitt will go down to first after being hit by the pitch.
You know, that's one that That's one that we're definitely going to take all day. You get an 0-2 count and you hit the batter. Works out great for us, but, boy, that is a tough one for a pitcher right there. You get a guy on the ropes.
Yeah, 0-2, and he had that tailing fastball that came into the right-handed hitter. Now Owen Williams, Kennett Sr., will try to do a little damage here. He grounded back to the pitcher, his first at bat. Pruitt, the base runner at first. Strike one in there to Owen. Holman out of the stretch. Pruitt, a modest lead at first. This one just off the outside of the plate. 1-1 the count. To Owen Williams. I believe next Tuesday is when the sectional round will be for the winner of this ball game. And they should host the next one. So whether it's Fredericktown or Kennett, they should play host to that sectional. This one almost hit Owen inside, ball 2. 2-1 the count.
I believe when I looked at it, I think it's the winner of the Perryville and St. Genevieve game in District 2.
That's District 2 and District 1 meeting up in the sectional round. Pitch just off the outside corner. It's ball 3. 3-1 now to Owen. Nobody out. Pruitt, who was down in the count, 0-2, was hit by a pitch, and he's the runner at first. Now 3-1 to Owen Williams. Owen strokes it out to right field. Right fielder shading his eyes, and again, nice play. Brubaker out there to haul it in for out number 1. Not easy out there.
No, and I was just about to say that's the second time he's done that out there, and he's, give him credit. He has played that ball exactly the way you coach it. Take your glove, cover the sun, and just track the ball from there, and then open your glove, and it should be there.
Made 2 nice plays out there in right field. Now a bunt down the third baseline by Patterson. The pitcher will field and throw to first just in time for the out.
Boy, Jackson made that one close. Great bunt. Way to get down the line, Jackson.
Well, the bunt will put Pruitt down at second base. And Sam
Great
Porterfield will bat.
Yeah, big opportunity for the young freshman right here to get a big hit and drive a run in.
Sam grounded out to third, his first plate appearance against Holman. Pruitt at second, 2 down here in the fourth. Kennett up 2-0. And a foul ball out of play, strike 1.
Breaking pitch, I think, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. He has started a lot of batters off with that breaking ball.
Man, just looked out here. Another great crowd. Both bleachers are full. Left field is full. There's people on other fields watching.
0-1 to Sam Porterfield with 2 down and a runner at second. Outside is ball 1. Good crowd for the softball game earlier.
Sunny and 80 with a breeze is a great day to be out at the park.
You better believe it. Can't beat it. 1-1 the count to the freshman, Sam Porterfield. Pruitt at second. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, and it's 1-2 to Porterfield.
Breaking ball kind of stayed in the top of the zone there. It's a tough pitch.
Braden Holman checks Pruitt at second. The pitch. Sam swings and misses, and that'll do it. Kennett strands a runner in the fourth. Blackcats bat, bottom of the fourth. When we return to Indian Park, Kennett leads it 2-0.
Who doesn't love being number 1? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number 1, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number 1 is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Bottom of the fourth inning in a fast-moving ball game at Indian Park, the Class 4 District 1 championship game. Kennett up 2-0. 2 runs in the first, and that's been it so far. So we go to the bottom of the fourth. First baseman, left-handed hitting Ryan Sowden will lead things off, followed by Marler and Holman. Sowden flied out, a ball well hit to center field. Hayden Gilmore with the play, his first at bat. First pitch from the sophomore Zane Franklin is outside and low, ball 1. Zane, 37 pitches through 3 innings. He's kept his pitch count low here in this championship game. The 1-0 pitch. This one a little bit low, ball 2. 2-0. Blackcat fans trying to encourage their ball club here. 2-0 pitch from Zane. Outside, ball 3. 3-0. Kennett basically with all but one pitcher available today. Owen Williams would be available. The only one not available would be Hayden Gilmore. Ball 4, 4-pitch walk, and the leadoff runner on is Sowden here in the fourth. That brings up Marler, center fielder, Ethan. His first at bat was hit by a pitch. Now a conference out on the mound as Coach Aaron New will go out and visit with his young sophomore hurler. Wayne Chiropractic on San Francis Street in Kennett, one of our great broadcast sponsors. They're now accepting new patients. We're going to have a pitching change. So Kennett's going to have a pitching change. We'll tell you about the new Kennett pitcher when we return to Indian Park right after this.
Now is the time to get your air conditioner serviced for the warm days ahead. Let the experienced techs at Duncan Sheet Metal replace that old unit with a new high-efficiency unit to stay more comfortable during the upcoming warmer months. A new high-efficiency unit will pay for itself with the big savings you see on your utility bill. Turn to the experts at Duncan Sheet Metal today for service and installation. 601 Highway VV in Kennett.
Duncan Sheet Metal wishes Caleb Duncan and the entire Kennett Indian baseball team the best of luck this season.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics.
The same way we have supported our customers and the community for 86 years.
Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938.
Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the field and in your field.
Back at the ballpark, Owen Williams, the new pitcher for the Kennett Indians, as Owen comes into the ball game in relief of Zane Franklin. 3 innings pitched for Zane. He threw 41 pitches, 22 strikes. Zane did not give up a hit in the ball game. He walked 2, he hit a batter, and struck out 4. Now Owen Williams, who got the 3-inning victory over Donovan in the opening round of the tournament, and he got the last out after Hayden Gilmore ran out of pitches against Dexter. And now the cleanup hitter, Ethan Marler, at the plate, facing the Kennett senior, Owen Williams. Owen, lots of experience on the mound. First pitch from Owen. This one's hit to center field. Right there, Zane Franklin, after leaving the pitching mound, will haul this in for out number 1. Fly ball, out number 1. Here in the fourth, Sowden back to first, and the pitcher, Braden Holman, to the plate. Braden, a strikeout victim, facing Zane Franklin, his first at bat. Here's a good opportunity for that double play, Lance Penn. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Owen was so efficient against Donovan. Less than 30 pitches and 3 innings of work, and that let him come back and be available for that ball game against Dexter. Now the 0-1 pitch to Holman. There's a ground ball to under Cash Franklin's glove at third as that was in the hole. That'll be a base hit. First hit of the ball game for the Blackcats as it just gets past Zane Franklin. If Zane would have got a little higher hop, that could have been a double play, but as it is,
Cash.
That'll be the first base hit of the ball game, I do believe, here. David Slinkard will hit. 2 on, 1 out, bottom of the fourth. Kennett leads 2-0, but first hit of the ball game for the Blackcats coming here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Sowden, the runner at second. Holman, the runner at first. The pitch from Owen Williams. This one's hit out into left center field. Going over, center fielder Zane Franklin makes the catch, and there's 2 outs now in the Blackcat half of the fourth.
Hey, he's just keeps making outs, doesn't he? Zane out there, he traded him.
Got a good jump on that
yep.
one. The sophomore center fielder just left the pitching mound. Caleb Feltz now will bat for the Blackcats. Tad Jones looking on from behind us here. Not a lot of room here up in the booth. Owen Williams looking for out number 3 here in the fourth with a couple of runners on. Left fielder for the Blackcats. He'll hit this one out into left field. There's Sam Porterfield goes over, and Sam makes the catch for out number 3. Almost got in the gap, but Porterfield, the freshman, tracks it down. And the Blackcats strand 2 in the fourth. We go to the fifth. Kennett bats, and they lead 2-0.
At Glen St., we're not just selling trucks. We're taking care of our neighbors. We've been part of this community for generations, and we know what matters. Right now at Glen St. Ford, you can get employee pricing on most 24 and 25 models. That means you pay what we pay, just like family. We've seen employee pricing before, but this time it's even better, plus rebates. That's a real savings you can count on for you and your family. Glen St., best price, best service. God bless our troops.
Skeeter-Kell Sporting Goods, one of our great broadcast sponsors for over 60 years, providing the area with top-quality sporting goods, clothes, shoes, sporting equipment, even uniforms. They do it all. See Roger and Chris and all the crew at Skeeter-Kell. When you think sports, think Skeeter-Kell and Kennett. Kate Anderson, 1 for 1 on the day, will lead things off for the Indians. Then back to the top of the order, Gilmore and Duncan. Cash Franklin, if anyone can reach. 2-0 Kennett. Braden Holman with pitch number 67 to start the inning, and he starts it off with a strike on the outside corner. Kennett sophomore shortstop, Cade Anderson. The 0-1 pitch. Cade will take it a little low, ball 1. Great list of Kennett Indian baseball sponsors this season. The 1-1 pitch, low ball 2 to Anderson. Wayne Chiropractic, also one of our great sponsors, accepting new patients. Don't suffer from those aches and pains. Go see Dr. Chancellor Wayne. Open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday each week. Good eye by Anderson. He'll take this one low, and it's 3-1 to Cade. Trying to start this fifth inning off with a leadoff walk or reaching base. Kennett up 2-0. Runs coming in that first inning. Cade takes it for a strike. He was headed down to first base. Now he'll have to get in the batter's box, and he does not have any brownie points at the moment. 3-2 pitch to Anderson. Cade fouls it out. Out in the softball field, 3-2. Count remains to Anderson. Braden Holman, the right-hander. The 3-2 pitch to Cade. Again, he'll foul it off. Good at bat by the sophomore. Hayden Gilmore lurking in the on-deck circle for Kennett. The 3-2 again to Anderson. This one's inside. Ball 4 and a leadoff base runner for the Indians. That's what you're looking for.
Goes back to one of my favorite stats in baseball, in high school baseball. About 85% of the time, a leadoff walk will score. So let's see if my stat can hold true for us today.
Hayden Gilmore comes to the plate, homered to start the ball game for Kennett. Then he flied out to right field. Brubaker, a nice play out in right field. A second at bat for Hayden. Ball one is inside. Anderson at first. Pretty good speed on the base pass for the Indians. Caleb Duncan in the on-deck circle for Kennett. Looking to add to their 2-0 lead. The 1-0 pitch outside to Hayden. 2-0 the count to Gilmore. Anderson takes his lead. The 2-0 pitch is a breaking ball. Outside, ball 3. Holman doesn't appear to want much of Hayden Gilmore on this at bat.
Yeah, being pretty careful here, isn't he?
I'm sure he doesn't want to put Anderson down at second base. The 3-0 pitch now to Gilmore. That's high and outside, ball 4. So Gilmore reaches. 2 walks in the inning by Holman, and his pitch count up to 78 pitches. And Caleb Duncan, the Kennett senior catcher, will come to the plate.
Big opportunity here for Caleb.
Caleb, a big home run against Donovan. First baseman Soudan way in on the grass. I don't think Caleb's going to be bunting here. 2 on, nobody out. First pitch to Caleb. He bounces it foul down the third baseline. Strike 1. Cash Franklin in the on-deck circle for Kennett. Wind blowing out straight away center field. Good crowd here at the ballpark this afternoon. Entertaining day at Indian Park. Softball starting at 4, and now baseball getting underway at 5. So we're just about an hour old. The 0-1 pitch to Caleb Duncan. Now time is granted to Caleb. Gives me an opportunity to tell you our broadcast on AM 1540 KBOA Kennett, 98.7 WGCQ FM Hayti Kennett. The 0-1 to Caleb. Fouled out of play down the right side. And Duncan now behind in the count, 0-2. Anderson at second. Gilmore the base runner at first for the Indians. Blackcats would love a double play. Indians would love one in a gap here and add to their 2-run lead. This pitch high and outside, ball 1. 1-2 the count. Braden Holman checks Anderson down at second. The pitch to Caleb, low and in the dirt. A great stop by Wood to keep the runners where they are. 2-2 the count to Caleb. And that flag in center field blowing straight out here at the baseball park, Indian Park Complex in Kennett. The 2-2 to Caleb. Change up and a swing and a miss, and Duncan goes down on strikes. That's out number 1 here in the 5th. Cash Franklin, looking for his first hit of the afternoon, will come to the plate as he is struck out and grounded out to the shortstop. Cash a couple of home runs on the season, both of those coming against Oran. That was Oran's only loss of the season. The Indians at Oran, handing them the loss and called strike on the outside corner to Cash.
Talking about opponents for the Indians, I saw that the Valley View Blazers and the Brooklyn Bearcats are both playing for a state championship.
Yes, they are. We played some good opponents this season. Now the pitcher Holman will step off and look Anderson back to second. See if Cash can stroke one here. Started the season red hot at the plate, but been in that number 3 hole most of the season, sophomore. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 to Cash. Zane Franklin in the on-deck circle. Anderson at second, Gilmore at first. And 1 down and an 0-2 count to Cash Franklin. And now again Holman will step off. Look at home for a sign. I would say Cash is going to get a curveball here.
Probably high probability on that.
The 0-2. Headed home. Fastball. Fooled me there. And that one got a piece of Wood, the catcher, but he's okay. And Cash stays alive. They'll throw some baseballs in. Braden Holman now 86 pitches with one out here in the fifth inning. Patterson Auto Sales on Highway 412 near the Fairgrounds entrance in Kennett. See Trenton Patterson. Great-looking cars, trucks, SUVs out on his lot. Also, he can find you what you're looking for. He knows how to save you money. Patterson Auto Sales. The 0-2 again to Cash Franklin. Cash will just protect and foul this one over the backstop. Biting off that breaking ball, 0-2 to Franklin. Outfield shades Cash around to the right side. Pretty good gap down the left center field area, and also down the left field line. If Cash turns on one, and we've seen him do that often. The 0-2 pitch to Cash, and he smokes it just foul outside the bag at third. That may make him shift around just a little bit. Count remains 0-2 as Cash battles hard. Anderson will retreat back to first base, and back to second, and Gilmore back to first base for the Indians.
Probably pitch, 6 or so of the at-bat for Cash?
Yeah, Cash has put together a good at-bat. Pitch number 89 in the game, headed home. Cash foul tips this one and stays alive. Just gets a piece of it. And Wood will go out and visit with Holman as pitcher.
When a batter just keeps battling like this, and we've talked about it before, but that pitcher just keeps throwing what he thinks his best stuff up there is, and you keep fouling it off or just nicking it just like that, he's just making what I got to do. And then eventually, you hope he makes a mistake and lays one in there for you, and you can take advantage of it.
Cash hanging tough. The count still 0-2. Braden Holman with his 90th pitch of the ball game with runners at first and second. One down. Cash takes it high. Ball one. 1-2. The 1-2 to Cash. This one's low. Ball 2-2. Anderson and Gilmore reaching on walks. Cash was in the hole 0-2 and kept battling off pitches, and now it's 2-2. One down. The pitch to Cash Franklin coming from Braden Holman. Fouled off again. Boy, what an at bat, Cash Franklin.
I think he's pushing double digits on pitches for just this at bat.
26 pitches in the inning for Braden Holman. He's walked 2 and has recorded an out, a strikeout in the inning. Now again, the 2-2 pitch to Cash Franklin. They sneak behind the runner, Anderson. Now the pitch to the plate. Cash again fouls it out of play.
I think it's 13.
Cash looks frustrated, but I'll tell you what, it's no need to be frustrated. Just keep fighting them off. See if you square one up here. Big gap still in left center field. If Cash hits one out in the left center field gap area, the 2-2 pitch to Franklin with 2 on. Curveball stays high, and he ducks out of the way of that, and the count goes full, 3-2. Cash reaches base. It may be the at-bat of the season.
Yeah.
3-2, 1 down with 2 on. Cash awaits the pitch from Holman. Here it comes. Cash again fouls it out of play.
It's pitch 15. If what?
That is
how many
crazy.
pitches on the inning?
He has 29. So about half of the pitches are to Cash Franklin here in this inning. Yeah. He has 95 total now in the ball game. 3-2. The count remains to Cash Franklin with 1 out and 2 on here in the top of the 5th. The pitch. Foul tipped, and the catcher, Wood, hangs on. And finally, Cash Franklin is retired.
Yeah, it's a 15-pitch at-bat. And I know it ended in a strikeout. But, I mean, it may have also ended in –
it probably did end Holman's time on the mound as they're going out and having a visit. But he has 96 pitches, so he has a few more available. They're bringing baseballs out to Mr. Whitaker at home plate as they had to they're bringing about 12 baseballs out after they gathered them off the softball field and Caden Pruitt also has a handful that he's going to bring back in.
When you battle for 15 pitches right there, man, that's just exhausting on that pitcher. And, you just keep running that pitch count up right here. That could have been the difference in 2 or 3 more guys coming to the plate for the Indians that get to extend that. And then, you take those away from him.
I think the visit to the mound also was very important after 30 pitches.
Yeah.
And it's exhausting. So that gave him a little break. Braden Holman, as they met, had a discussion. Now it's going to be the cleanup hitter, Zane Franklin, who's 1 for 2 this afternoon, with 2 on and 2 outs now in the 5th. And Braden Holman will throw down to second, and just back in there safely is Anderson, as Terry Breakfield snuck behind him there, and pretty close play as the pitcher Holman threw down to second. Zane has a nice gap in left center field. If he turns on one, he hits it down in the hole. First baseman over. Field shovels to the pitcher. Covering in the inning comes to an end. Kennett strands 2 and comes up empty in the top half of the 5th. Blackcats bat bottom of the 5th when we return to Indian Park right after this.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local, just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
Owen Williams back to work for Kennett. It'll be 8-9-1 for the Blackcats. Noah Brubaker will lead things off. Left-handed hitting right fielder. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Strike 1, and we're underway in the bottom of the 5th. Kennett up 2-0. Franklin in on the grass at third to protect against the bunt. Next pitch headed home. This ball popped in the air down the right side, and this is going to be lots of trouble. They're going to drop in front of Porterfield. Sam had a long run, and there's a leadoff single. Only the second hit of the ball game for the Blackcats, and Brubaker reaches. A little bloop fly ball right down the left field line. Terry Breakfield. Blake Terry Breakfield, the shortstop, right-handed hitter. Will bat. Kennett again expecting the bunt. He grounded out to third his first at bat, and he does bunt right back to the pitcher. May have a play at second, and they'll throw high and into center field. Now they're going to get the runner picked off at second, and they tag him trying to get back to the bag. The throw went to center field. Franklin throws it back in, and now they're going to, I don't know what they're going to have the appeal on there. They originally called him out. Coach New wants an explanation, but at first he was called out. But then the umpire said, you go to third. Coach New's wanting an explanation. And I don't think Coach New's going to get the answer he wanted. Any idea what that was, Lance?
Hang on.
And now we're going to have time. Maybe John Whitaker, the home plate umpire, is going to go out, and they're going to have a discussion about this one.
Who tagged the runner there?
Anderson. Anderson tagged the runner after Brubaker rounded second. The throw came back in from Zane Franklin, and Anderson tagged the runner.
The only thing that I can think of is that they're calling obstruction on Anderson on when he rounded the base and he didn't allow him to go back to
now,
the base.
Coach Aaron New is going to go out and visit with his pitcher. As runners at first and second, we're going back to the top of the order. If that's the case, it's a terrible call because there was not obstruction. He caught the ball, and he was straddling the bag and leaned down to make the tag.
Yeah, I'm. That's my best guess, but it's exactly what it is a guess.
But first, and the bad thing is he called him out, and then he changed his mind and said, "No, you go to third."
Yeah, and that might be the only way. I don't know. I don't really. I hate to put the salt on the wound, but we back up if we
make the play.
We make a great play right there if we step.
Well, we had a double play ball, a ground ball back to the pitcher, and Owen threw it in center field, so that's where the error occurred. Now first and third, nobody out, and the leadoff hitter, Wood, their leading hitter at the plate. He takes a strike at the knees, strike one.
And that's just kind of things you gotta try to avoid those in big games like this. I know it maybe rushed it a little bit and kind of sailed that, but always if you're not sure of that one at second base, take that sure out.
Now the 0-1 with the runner going and a line drive to left field, and that's going to get by Porterfield. That's going to tie the ball game as rounding third, and the tying run will score as Porterfield didn't handle it. A couple of errors in the inning, and we're tied at 2 in the bottom of the fifth. Still nobody out, and a runner at second. Well, that's where they kind of snowball sometime.
Yeah.
It was a hit, and 2 runs score after the hard-hit ball bounces over Porterfield's glove and out to the fence. Zane Franklin tracks it down.
Again, unfortunately for us, that's usually how errors happen, is they come in bunches.
Now Proffer at the plate in a 2-2 ball game, bottom of the fifth. And a pitch. On the outside corner is a called strike.
So what we really got to do here with no outs is just settle in, get the first out, and then get out of here,
You see it happen, though, so many times, and you have to throw it on the offense because they've had numerous opportunities to add to this 2-0 lead and just couldn't get hits with runners on. This pitch is a ball, 1-1 the count from Owen Williams. Owen's only thrown 12 pitches. He's pitching an inning.
And they're putting the ball in place.
Yeah, they're putting it now. We just got to make the plays. Did have a throwing error on a ground ball back to Owen, and now an error on a ball past the outfielder. Now we're going to throw to third, and we do get the force out there, and they'll throw back to first. Easy, boys, as Wood was caught going to third. Don't know why he was trying to go to third. That was a mistake that time on a ground ball back to the pitcher. So Owen to Cash Franklin, and Wood is out on the play. Proffer at first base, and here's Ryan Soden to the plate. Finally one out here in the inning. Double play, though, would get us out of this one.
And it would, and that's a great comment there, man. We get a double play, come in, calm down, get some runs behind it, and we're back on the good side of this thing.
Curveball is a beauty in there for strike one. Marler in the on-deck circle. We're tied at 2.
Perry, you've done this for way longer than I have, but this game is a game of momentum, and you're either trying to keep it or you're trying to shift it. And right now the momentum's kind of tilted a little bit in Fredericktown's way, and we've just got to do what we can do to get that kind of negated and turned back in our direction.
I've heard so many veteran coaches say if you miss opportunities to score runs after scoring early in a ball game, you're usually going to lose. And right now, the momentum, like you say, is in the Blackcats' favor. Foul ball outside at first, and it's 0-2, but the Indians can get it right back.
Man, and it's so quick in this game and how fast that momentum can shift. A big defensive play, a big hit, it doesn't take a lot to shift it. Just like what happened there, just that kind of unfortunate play.
Southern swings and misses as he strikes out for out number 2. Big strikeout there from Owen Williams.
Yeah.
Ethan Marler now will bat with 2 down. He's the cleanup hitter. He's been hit by a pitch and flied out on a ball to center field.
I guess another big thing to say, and on top of all this, Owen's staying composed and he's still competing. He's really doing a great job of attacking the strike zone. So just keep that up, and things have worked themselves out.
Pitch is inside, ball one to Marlar.
That's a competitive pitch right there. That's just a borderline pitch right on the inside half. Good take from Marlar, but
Holman, the pitcher, is in the on-deck circle. We don't know if he's going to return to the mound. The 1-0 pitch with a runner going is a breaking ball, and it was low, and now the go-ahead run proper is down at second without a throw with a stolen base. 2-0 the count to Ethan Marlar. Owen checks the runner, and the pitch popped out of play. 2-1 the count. Two runs in the inning for the Blackcats. Now the 2-1 pitch. It's smashed down the third baseline. That's going to give the Blackcats the lead. That breaking ball was hung up there, and Marlar stroked it down the line for a 2-out RBI double.
Oh, and it looks like it got in the tarp.
And it'd still be a double, and the run would score anyway, so it's not going to matter. But the runner will have to go back to second base, so it's not going to be a inside the park home run. That's
he's going to get the base he was going to. He's going to get third base. They're not going to score him. I don't think so. He should just get one base. Or none? Okay. So they're just going to kill it. All right.
So he's going to go back to second base. So it's going to be like a ground rule double if one bounces out of play is how they're going to rule it. So Marlar at second after giving the Blackcats a 3-2 lead. Owen Williams out on the hill, and this may be the ball game for Owen as he came in relief, pitched an inning and 2/3, and the Indians are going to make a change. 20 pitches for Owen as he will leave the ball game. And we'll tell you about the new Kennett pitcher when we return to Indian Park right after this.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we know that the days of parking your equipment in the shed after a long harvest and taking it easy for a while no longer exist. The business of farming is much more complex. We've been in the ag lending business for over 100 years, and we are ready to help your operation reach its best potential. We've got the loan and crop insurance products and the experience right here ready to serve you. We are your ag lender.
Your ag lender will always be there. Contact Matthew Poole or Nathan Creed at 888-6624.
Hi, I'm Judith Davis with Southeast Missouri State University, and it's never too early or too late to start your degree. Fall registration is open, and now's the time to take that next step towards your future. At our Kennett campus, you can earn a 4-year degree in psychology, agribusiness, education, or business with affordable options to fit your life. Call today to speak to an advisor about scholarships and financial aid, or visit us at 1230 First Street in Kennett or online at cmo.edu. CMO, your university, your hometown.
Well, Owen Williams' day is finished, and the sophomore, Cade Anderson, will come in. Cade was a big part of this pitching staff all year, but he was hit on a bunt attempt on the fingers, and it was some question if he would be able to pitch. He's been throwing well from shortstop. Marlar, the runner at second with 2 outs, and Braden Holman at the plate. A curveball is in there for strike one from Cade Anderson. 3 runs here in the inning, and Fredericktown leads it 3-2. Next pitch from Anderson, a curveball. This one stays inside for ball one. 6 more outs for the Indians to come back in this one. First, they have to get out of this fifth. This is the inning that kind of ran off the tracks for the Indians. This ball popped in the air. Down to Hayden Gilmore at first, who shades his eyes in foul territory, and Hayden will catch it for out number 3. But 3 runs in, it's 3-2 Blackcats as Kennett goes to bat in the top of the 6th when we return to Indian Park right after this.
Grab your clubs and tee up for a great cause. It's the Swinging for the Indians 4-person golf scramble, Friday, June 20th at the Kennett Country Club. Shotgun start at 1 p.m. Just $75 per player. Includes 18 holes, a cart, and a sack lunch, plus lots of whole prizes and side games. If you would like to sign up your team, call the Kennett Country Club Pro Shop and get signed up today. Swinging for the Indians, presented by the Kennett Country Club and the Kennett Indians Booster Club.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number 1, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number 1 is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
See State Farm agent Greg Wilson in Kennett. Call 888-4913.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
Kate Anderson came in and got the final out in that 6th inning. Owen Williams with 4 hits in the ball game. 3 runs, but only 1 was earned. He struck out 1. And the defense kind of let him down. Let's see if the Indians can get it back here, trailing 3-2. 6 outs remaining in their season, unless they can put some runs across the plate. Only down 3-2. And Caden Pruitt, who's 1 for 1 on the day, will face Braden Holman. He has just a few more pitches remaining in this ball game and misses low, ball 1. You know that pitching may be a little thin for the Blackcats if they're going to send Holman back out there, as he is a couple of pitches away from 100 pitches on the afternoon.
It didn't have a terrible inning, but you did have that
strike in there. 1-1 the count.
Had that 15-pitch at-bat from Cash Franklin last inning, and that could be enough to spoil this.
Slow hit ball to second. Slinkard will get it and flip to first for a quick 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Owen Williams bats, the Kennett senior, trying to get us started here in the 6th. Owen has grounded back to the pitcher and flied out to right field. Nice play by Brubaker out in right field to handle that fly ball. Now the sun setting a little lower here, and it doesn't get any easier for the outfielders on the right side. Going around as Williams swings and misses, strike 1. Holman with 101 pitches now in the ball game. As a quick out with Caden Pruitt. Holman possibly can get through this 6th inning if he keeps going the way he is. Owen needs to work a tough at bat here and get the starter out of the ball game. Next pitch, and Owen fouls it off. It's quickly 0-2 to Owen Williams. 1 down, nobody on. Kennett trailing 3-2. 2 runs in the first for Kennett, and then 3 in the bottom of the 5th for Fredericktown. That's where we are with 1 out here in the 6th. And Owen takes it low and outside. Ball 1, 1-2 the count to Williams.
One good thing Owen could do here with this at bat is really be selective and really make this his Holman's last.
Fouls this one off, so he stays alive. 1-2.
Batter.
He's at 104 now. Yeah.
So this should be if.
1-2 the count to Owen Williams with 1 down. The pitch inside corner is called strike 3. 105 pitches, and Holman walking toward the dugout. Will have to make the pitching change, but he pitched to Jim here this afternoon. The 2 runs coming in the first inning. Blackcat fans giving their pitcher a round of applause. We'll tell you now about the new Fredericktown pitcher when we return right after this.
Now is the time to get your air conditioner serviced for the warm days ahead. Let the experienced techs at Duncan Sheet Metal replace that old unit with a new high-efficiency unit to stay more comfortable during the upcoming warmer months. A new high-efficiency unit will pay for itself with the big savings you see on your utility bill. Turn to the experts at Duncan Sheet Metal today for service and installation. 601 Highway VV in Kennett.
Duncan Sheet Metal wishes Caleb Duncan and the entire Kennett Indian baseball team the best of luck this season.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics.
The same way we have supported our customers and the community for 86 years.
Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938.
Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the field and in your field.
Well, the left fielder will come in to pitch now. Caleb Feltz, the right-handed pitcher, as Feltz takes his warm-up tosses. And Jackson Patterson will bat with 2 outs and nobody on for the Indians, as Pruitt and Williams retired for the first 2 outs here in the 6th. 3-2, Blackcats with the lead. See if Jackson Patterson can get us started here against this new pitcher. Jackson has struck out and had a beautiful sacrifice bunt. So he tries to reach base with 2 down. The first pitch to Patterson. Hits it in the air on the infield. Third baseman Proper calls and makes the catch. A little snow cone there, but that's out number 3. And Kennett is retired 1-2-3 in the 6th. Blackcats bat, bottom of the 6th. They lead 3-2 when we return to Indian Park.
At Glen St., we're not just selling trucks. We're taking care of our neighbors. We've been part of this community for generations, and we know what matters. Right now at Glen St. Ford, you can get employee pricing on most 24 and 25 models. That means you pay what we pay, just like family. We've seen employee pricing before, but this time it's even better, plus rebates. That's a real savings you can count on for you and your family. Glen St., best price, best service. God bless our troops.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
Kennett needs to leave it right where it is on the scoreboard, 3-2, as they can get through this 6th inning. As Cade Anderson back to the hill, got the last out in that 5th inning when the Blackcats put 3 runs up on the board. So Cade will have number 6, 7, and 8 in the order: Slinkard, Feltz, and Brubaker. Unless someone different comes up to the plate, but Slinkard's the first batter as he steps in the box facing Anderson. And the first pitch popped out to right field, and this is going to be a little blue pit to start the inning. Patterson, a nice job going over and getting it back in quickly, but the leadoff man owns Slinkard, a little pop fly that drops right out in right field for a leadoff single. Will Leaker had no chance at that one. Patterson had no chance, and Gilmore had no chance. And the pitcher will now bat, Caleb Feltz. Caleb's 0 for 2. Indians would love that double play right here. Pretty good lead by Slinkard at first base. And Anderson will throw to first. A low throw and scooped over there by Gilmore. And Slinkard back in there safely. Blackcats lead 3-2. Bottom of the 6th. Nobody out. Leadoff runner on. Another throw to first. And again, Slinkard in there safely. Ultimate Fitness in Kennett, one of our great broadcast sponsors. 24-hour access and great membership plans available. 888-9000 for more information. Ultimate Fitness. Strike called. Athens 0-1. Now the count to Caleb Phelps.
Would be a great time for a double play here.
Kennett really does not need to allow any more runs in this ballgame. Nasty breaking pitch. Phelps kind of waves at that one for strike 2. 0-2 to Phelps. Slinkard takes his lead off first. Another throw to first. That's pretty close over there, but Hayden had the ball roll out of his glove. Pretty good move by the sophomore, Cade Anderson. 0-2 the count on the batter, Caleb Phelps. Cade with the pitch home. Low, ball 1.
It's a good miss.
Kennett will have 8, 9, and 1 due up in the 7th. Porterfield, Anderson, and then Gilmore. If they can keep it a one-run ball game, you like your hopes. Here's a fly ball that's going to go foul down the left field line. The man at the plate, Caleb Phelps, will be on the mound trying to get the final 3 outs for the Blackcats, as they will have the lead going to the 7th. Just a question of how much now. This curveball a little bit outside. Pretty good pitch by Cade, but just off the plate. Bentley Farms, one of our great broadcast sponsors, Wes and Chantel. We appreciate their sponsorship all season long. The 2-2 pitch and a throw to first. They picked the runner off, but Gilmore didn't catch the ball, and it bounces off the first base umpire, and that probably saved more than just one base on the pickoff play. I couldn't tell if Hayden just missed it or the throw was wild, but boy, they had him picked off for certain.
They caught a break with the ball hitting the umpire there.
Now this ball popped up over the backstop and out of play. Don't have a good view of it here, but the ball hit the first base umpire and just rolled back behind first base, and that kept Slinkard down at second. He easily would have been at third if that would have got all the way to the fence. Here's a ground ball all down the third baseline, just foul.
Yeah,
Owen Williams
he didn't even attempt to go back. As soon as he knew he was picked, and he just took off.
2-2 the count to Phelps. Nobody out in the 6th. And now they have a runner Slinkard in scoring position after the blue pit. Now the Kennett miscue. Anderson checks the runner, the 2-2. Curveball hit to Franklin, and that goes off Cash's glove. Another Kennett error, and Porterfield will finally pick it up. And runners at the corners and nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Boy, when the wheels fall off, the wheels kind of fall off, don't they?
It just kind of gets contagious, doesn't it? Then just everybody just kind of starts.
I think I said Cash Franklin, but that's Owen Williams down at third now. Cash is playing shortstop. So Phelps at first, Slinkard at third, and they're going to bring the infield in for Noah Brubaker, the right fielder. Left-handed hitter. He has one of the Blackcats' hits in this ball game. Indians cannot give up another run in this one. They'll throw to first, and the runner back in there safely. Championship game of the Class 4 District 1 tournament from Indian Park. Cade with a pitch and a bunt back to Anderson. Anderson looks the runner and throws down to first for the out. Nice job by Anderson. He was alert enough to check on the runner Slinkard, and then Throws over to first base for the out. So now runners at first and second. And Blake Terry Brakefield, the hitter. Infield still in for Kennett with one down. Curveball is called strike one on the outside corner. Wood, their leading hitter in the on-deck circle. Anderson with the next pitch. Another breaking ball. This one's fouled out of play. 0-2 to Terry Brakefield.
You know, it's worth noting that if you get a ground ball here, make sure you freeze this runner at third base, and then step and throw and make a good throw across the plate. Don't get in a rush.
0-2 in the dirt.
Caleb.
Good stop there by Caleb Duncan. Ball one, 1-2 the count to Terry Brakefield. Couple of runners in scoring position. Fredericktown up 3-2 with one out in the bottom of the sixth. Another ball outside and smothered there by Duncan, and that saves a run. 2-2 now the count to Terry Brakefield. Infield in for the Indians. The 2-2 pitch. High and tight, ball three. The advantage, if they could retire Terry Brakefield, they might not pitch to Wood, their leading hitter on the season. But now 3-2, the count to Brakefield. Terry Brakefield swings and misses, and there is out number 2 in the inning. Easton Wood will come to the plate, and they're going to intentionally walk Easton. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen. Coach New didn't want any dealings with their leading hitter.
Yeah, it's a good move there.
Well, now you can move your infield back, and you got to force out at any base.
You can play kind of a normal game. You know, knock the ball down, step on a base. Again, after watching some of his at-bats the past 2 days, really been putting a good at-bat together.
Mason Proffer will be the batter. He's 0 for 3 this afternoon. Grounded out 3 times. Now facing Cade Anderson with the bases loaded and 2 down, and a curveball is ball 1. Left-handed hitting first baseman Southton is in the on-deck circle. 3-2 Blackcats, and they're threatening for more with the bases loaded. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. 2 down. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 1-1 the count. Cade Anderson. Out of the stretch, the 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's 1-2 on the batter. Bases loaded and 2 outs. If Kennett can get out of this inning without any runs scoring, that's the kind of momentum boost they need going to the 7th. The 1-2 pitch from Anderson. Hit to right center field. That's tons of trouble. It's going to get down, and they're going to keep running. 1 run in, 2 runs in. The throw comes back into the shortstop. And a 2 RBI single to right center field by Mason Proffer, who was down in the count. Just a line drive to right center. That drives in 2. Franklin gets the throw back in. Slinkard scores. Felt scores on the last play. And Wood goes down to third base on the throw. And now Ryan Southton, the first baseman, will bat. He is hitless on the afternoon, but 2 on and 2 outs in a 5-2 ball game now. They'll throw to first, and the runner back in there safely. That makes the hole a little deeper for the Indians to try to climb out of with only 3 outs remaining in their season. Southton at the plate, swings, bounces it back up the middle. Tough play for the shortstop Franklin, and he can't make it. It was going to be a tough play for Cash. He charges it, and it bounces out of his glove. How are you going to rule that one, official score?
Infield single.
Infield single is probably it, as Cash had to field that one perfect. A high hopper, once it got over Anderson's head, wasn't going to have much of a chance to throw out the runner. Now it's a 4-run deficit. 6-2 as we play in the bottom of the 6th inning. Salden will have a runner coming on for him at first base, and Ethan Marlar. Cleanup hitters, 1 for 2, and he's looking to do more damage with 2 outs in the inning. Been hit by a pitch, flied out to center, and doubled on a line drive to left field. 6-2, Blackcats with the lead. 2 down. Looking for out number 3 here in the inning. Anderson with the first pitch to the plate. Curveball on the outside corner is called strike 1. Two down, 2 on for the Blackcats. 3 runs across, 3 in the 5th and 3 now in the 6th. Curveball hit to the shortstop. Franklin Fields throws to second. The inning comes to a close. Time for the Indians to do some damage if they want to keep the season alive. They got to score 4 runs in the 7th to do just that. 5 runs would give them the lead and due up for the Indians. It'll be Porterfield, Anderson, and Gilmore when we return to Indian Park right after this.
In Kennett, we know our community because we're a part of it. At Kennett Board of Public Works, we're local just like you. That means we're just minutes away. With fast response times, we're here for emergencies, ensuring your internet is restored quickly. We offer reliable, high-speed internet to keep your home and business connected. Kennett Board of Public Works, we're your local team, keeping you connected. Here when you need us, always.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
First State Community Bank, one of our great broadcast sponsors of Kennett Indian Baseball. See if the Indians can put together a rally. They need 4 runs. Only 2 runs for the Indians coming in the first inning. It'll be 8-9 and 1. Porterfield, Anderson, and Gilmore. Caleb Duncan, if anyone can reach, here in the 7th. We got to have some base runners and make something happen. Porterfield's 0 for 2 this afternoon at the plate. Left-handed hitter is grounded out and struck out. Now facing Caleb Phelps. Strike 1 in there from Phelps on the outside corner.
You got to think that taking a strike here just to try to make them have to work.
Phelps with 1 pitch and got the final out of that 6th inning. This pitch is low, ball 1. 1-1 the count to Porterfield. Proper at third has his toes on the grass in case Porterfield tries to lay down a bunt. The 1-1 pitch to Sam, and he'll hit it out to center field. Marlar over to his left a couple of steps, and that's out number 1 here in the 7th for the Indians. Cade Anderson will bat. Cade is 1 for 1 this afternoon as he's walked and singled out to center field. Trying to get on in front of Hayden Gilmore here with 1 down in the 7th. And Kennett needing 4 runs to keep the season alive. First pitch is high and tight. Ball 1 to Anderson. I'd like to see Cade reach and then get Gilmore, Duncan. The Franklins coming to the plate. Chance to do some 7th inning damage. Strike on the outside corner. 1-1 the count. Now to Cade. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball is a beauty. Called strike 2. 1-2 now the count to Cade Anderson. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 7th. Blackcats trying to seal up their 2nd straight district championship. Cade takes it a little bit low. Ball 2, 2-2. Kennett, the top seed last year in the district, upset by Dexter, and the Blackcats knocking off the Bearcats for that district championship. Now the 2-2 pitch, a curveball outside corner is called strike 3, and there's 2 down in the 7th for the Indians, and their senior, Hayden Gilmore, will come to the plate. Hayden homered to start the ball game when Kennett scored 2 in the first. He is flied out to right, and he's walked this afternoon. Possibly Hayden's last high school at bat, coming here with 2 down in the 7th. Belts first pitch to Gilmore. Curveball is called strike at the knees on the outside corner. 0-1 the count to Gilmore. Next pitch to Hayden. This one way outside and high. Ball 1-1 the count. I believe they'll have the trophy ceremonies right after the ball game. We'll tune in for that. Ball outside, ball 2. 2-1 to Gilmore. Caleb Duncan would like to have another at bat his senior season. He waits on deck. Hayden Gilmore ahead 2-1. Caleb Phelps with the pitch to Hayden. Swing and a miss, and now it's 2-2. Breaking ball, and Hayden with a big cut comes up empty. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Kennett down by 4. The pitch to Gilmore. Hayden takes it a little bit low, ball 3, and the count goes full. Hayden started to go and kept the hands back. 3-2 to Gilmore with 2 down, nobody on. Top of the 7th. Kennett needing 4 runs to keep the season going. The pitch to Gilmore. Hit to the second baseman. Slinkert comes up, tosses to first, and the Blackcats are district champions for 2 years in a row. They celebrate here at Indian Field as the Blackcats win it. Final score 6-2. We'll have our trophy ceremonies here at Indian Park and have the final totals when we return right after this.
At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we know that the days of parking your equipment in the shed after a long harvest and taking it easy for a while no longer exist. The business of farming is much more complex. We've been in the ag lending business for over 100 years, and we are ready to help your operation reach its best potential. We've got the loan and crop insurance products and the experience right here ready to serve you. We are your ag lender.
Your ag lender will always be there. Contact Matthew Poole or Nathan Creed at 888-6624.
Hi, I'm Judith Davis with Southeast Missouri State University, and it's never too early or too late to start your degree. Fall registration is open, and now's the time to take that next step toward your future. At our Kennett campus, you can earn a 4-year degree in psychology, agribusiness, education, or business with affordable options to fit your life. Call today to speak to an advisor about scholarships and financial aid, or visit us at 1230 First Street in Kennett or online at cmo.edu. CMO, your university, your hometown.
Place goes to the Kennett Indians.
Lance Penn announcing the Kennett Indians getting the second place award, and Hayden Gilmore still wearing the batting helmet. The seniors coming over will get second place here in the Class 4 District 1. Now the Blackcats' turn.
In the Class 4 District 1 district champions, the Fredericktown Blackcats.
Coach Seth McBroom hands the plaque to the Blackcats, and they celebrate here at Indian Park. 6-2 our final score. 2 runs in the first for Kennett. 4 hits total. Kennett committed 3 errors in my book in the ball game and did not get a hit after the second inning as the offense went quiet, and the Blackcats came to life in the 5th with 3 runs. They got 3 more in the 6th and defeat the Kennett Indians 6-2 here in the district championship. And they will go on to play in the sectional round of the state tournament. Looking at the hitting for the Indians, Hayden Gilmore was 1 for 3 with a run scored, an RBI on that leadoff home run. Caleb Duncan, in his senior appearance, was hitless in this one. Also, Cash Franklin didn't record a hit this afternoon. Zane Franklin was 1 for 3 on the afternoon with a run scored. Caden Pruitt was 1 for 2 with an RBI for the Indians. Owen Williams hitless, the senior, this afternoon, 0 for 3. Jackson Patterson, the senior, 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Sam Porterfield was 0 for 3, and Cade Anderson was 1 for 2 this afternoon. And Anderson also had a walk. Zane pitched the first 3 innings, did a great job. No hits, no runs. He walked 2 and struck out 4. Owen Williams, an inning and 2/3, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, but only 1 was earned because that's when the defense kind of fell apart for the Indians. And Owen struck